Hello, my name's Hannah Chamberlain. I'm a peer trainer with Inclusion Barnet, and Inclusion Barnet is making a series of videos to help you to manage and to thrive with your mental health at the moment in these challenging times. It is really difficult for so many people. If you're finding it hard, you are not alone. So what we're going to do is we're going to learn a bit about the theory, a bit about the practice, and we're also going to do some quick fixes for if you're feeling like you really just need to connect and take time to look after your mental health. So this is part one of day one of looking after your mental health, and I'm just going to share my screen with you. So here we go. So it comes up. Here we go. Share. And what I now need to do is get it to go slideshow and play from the start. There we go. So this is about developing resistance in challenging times, and just to acknowledge that these times are challenging and we're developing our resilience. The skills that we learn in this time will serve us for the rest of our lives. This is an amazing opportunity to grow. So before we do any learning this morning, I'm just going to go here. We can breathe together and encourage you to pulse as you breathe. Makes you aware of your heartbeat. Hold and exhale. Inhale. Hold and exhale. We just now do one more breath. Inhale. And breathe it all out. So today we're going to cover a response to the coronavirus and the mental challenges that it raises. As I said, this is an opportunity. This is an amazing opportunity. And the opportunities it raises, I'll go over them later on, but I really would encourage you to think of this as an opportunity for growth. And we're going to set our expectations for this period. We don't know how long this period is going to last. All we do know is we will get out of it what we put into it. So this is challenging to explain to a group of people with a broad range of needs, and I'm trusting you, if you're feeling high, to moderate yourself down, if you're feeling low, to bring yourself up, if you're feeling scattered, to use this time to bring yourself back together. Yeah, but set your expectations and set them high. Then what we're going to do, and I'll go over that some more in a minute. What we're going to do is we're going to do an exercise in savouring. Savouring is an amazing skill, and I'm going to propose to you a definition of good mental health. So those are the 4 things that we're going to cover in this short video. I'm just going to click on now. So opportunities. Let me give you some examples of opportunities that are out there at the moment. What do you want to learn? There are opportunities at the moment for us all to learn how to better manage our mental health. I need to better manage my mental health. How to respond to stress. Stress is everywhere. It's in the environment. You can see it in the faces of the people that you walk by in the street. How can we respond to that in a way that is self-nurturing, that makes a positive contribution to the world and to society? We can learn how to acknowledge and deal with difficult emotions. Acknowledging emotions is hard and important. I walked past someone today. This is just sharing from my personal experience. I walked past a neighbour today and she was talking to another neighbour, and I wasn't included in the conversation, and I walked off and I suddenly felt incredibly lonely, and I stuffed it down as a feeling, and then I remembered to acknowledge it. There's a saying in psychological theory, name it to tame it. So if you are feeling something difficult, name it. It helps to name it. And what you can do is you can rate it. And there's a technique called emotional freedom technique, which I'll talk you through. But that helps to reduce the intensity of your feelings through tapping. You can Google emotional freedom technique, and there are ways that it will talk you through how to reduce intensity of emotions. How to develop stronger inner resources. That's an amazing opportunity that we've got out, that we're all being presented with at the moment, is how to develop the kind of resources that are going to sustain us, that are going to give us solid food. Social media and the way that our world goes encourages us to speed up. I would really encourage you to breathe and slow down. There are also very practical new things that may come. You may learn new skills, you may learn to bake, you may learn to pickle vegetables, you may find yourself taking up a new hobby, you may find yourself doing Gareth Malone, the choir thing, you may find yourself doing Joe Wicks, you may find yourself taking up running. Lots of people are taking up running. I'm trying to learn to ride a bike in London now. I would never have the courage to ride a bike in London, but with the streets deserted, I can. And there may be new friendships that emerge. I am developing new friendships, and I would like to think of this as a new friendship. So these are all the kind of opportunities that are out there, and I'm sure you can think of more. Now, it does help to have an objective understanding of where we are with our mental health. And there's a tool that you can look at which will help you to measure your mental health. This tool has been developed by Yale. It's called the PERMA Profiler, and there's a very long link. So I've customized it and made a clickable link here. So that it's easy to remember. So it's bit.ly/PERMA Profiler. And that's a way to measure your mental health. You can, it gives you a 5-point scale, and it gives you a point out of 5 on each one of those scales. So you've got relationships and all sorts of other things, and it just gives you a sense of where you're at the moment. So if you want to do that now, then do it midway through these course of videos, and then do it at the end, or just check in with yourself every now and then. That could be a worthwhile thing to do. So I would encourage you to do that. Right. But set your expectations high. This is really important. We're on a journey. We're going on, here's the road, off we go. If we set our expectations low, then we won't have the motivation to go forward. So I would really encourage you at the start of this journey to journal, to take up a new habit that enables you to continue to monitor how you're doing. And I'll share with you some tools on monitoring your mood and your habits. But set your expectations high, because it's scientifically proven in behavior change that if you set your expectations high, you are more likely to achieve what you set out to achieve. If you set your expectations low, you won't continue. So I would encourage you to deliberately set your expectations high. That means I want to come out of this stronger. That means I want to learn new things as a result of this. That means I want to be a better person as a result of this. That means I want to develop a purpose as a result of this. There are so many opportunities, and I really would encourage you to get a notepad and use it as a way to document your journey through this. So write down your expectations, write down what you hope to get out at the beginning of this journey. And if you have a tough day, it is only one day. It is always, you always have the potential to reset it at the beginning of this journey. Set your expectations. So this is a new journey. It's an opportunity to learn. It's something that everyone across the world is doing together. So you are not alone. If you have already been to hospital, you are more equipped than most people in the world for dealing with this. So it's something that everyone is doing across the world together. We've got a head start. It's a chance to grow and to develop. You are well equipped to do this, and you can set your expectations high. And so this leads us on to a tool that we're going to use today. It's an introduction to the concept of savouring. And I would really encourage you to do some savouring today. Savouring is the act of taking a moment and just squeezing it for juice. So just like pressing an apple, there is enjoyment to be had in moments. And the example that I've got here, you'll recognise this, is of a peach. Now, peaches, you can savour a peach if you hold it in your hand. And the roughness of the texture, that downy amazingness on it. And then you can feel in your hands the weight of it. You can feel in your hands the freshness of it, whether it's heavy with juice, whether it's quite light and tart. And then when you bite into it, you can feel the juice running on your chin. And that freshness in your mouth and the taste as it slips down from the sweet bit of your tongue through to the sour and down. Peaches are amazing. Peaches are just one tiny example of the kind of thing that you can do with moment to moment of your life. So I'm going to close this session with a proposed definition of good mental health. Good mental health is an art built on the habit of catching and appreciating very ordinary little moments. Today, in your day-to-day routine, you will have so many little ordinary moments, almost too many to grab and to squeeze like peach. Actually, it's up to you to choose which of those moments you're going to catch and appreciate. But it's not about extraordinary stuff. It's not about fantasies or things that aren't real. It's about the beauty of the reality of the ordinary moments in your life. And if you can make an art form of the habit of catching them, then you are on the route to good mental health. So there's a little hashtag that I've got, sorry, it's made me cry. A little hashtag that I've got on Instagram called hashtag mental health artist. If you see something and you fancy just noting it under that, then share it there. If that doesn't float your boat, that's totally fine. But remember, you are an artist when you catch and appreciate those moments. That is about creative living. And it's a very ordinary type of art. It's not Michelangelo. It is just creative living. Really encourage you to do that. So that's the last of our exercises for today, but I just want to just carry on breathing and exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Someone's going to come in any minute, and that is another ordinary moment. Goodbye, everyone. Take care. See you soon. Bye.